All right, good morning. It's time for football and coffee. This is what I do every morning. And of late, Drive Time Football has secured the coffee spot on the schedule. I'm absolutely in love with this game. So we're still in week 2 of the 1958 season. This is actually game 5. I'm playing the games in kind of order of interest for these videos. I can play the other games without video if I want to, but so that means it's the 0-1 Chicago Bears limping into the flying high San Francisco 49ers in week 2. The 49ers are flying high here at home because they went across the country facing an upstart Baltimore Colts team. Last year, Baltimore was 7-5 with a young quarterback on the rise, and the 49ers rolled into Baltimore and shut out the young gun and a Baltimore team that is clearly a threat. So they're flying high. Can the 49ers continue this level of defensive dominance against the Bears? And it's quite likely, as the Bears struggled mightily to score, getting just 14 against the LA Rams last week. They spotted the Rams 23 points before the Bears shut them down in the second half. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very defensive game. It's going to come down to which team can get those key field goals, key touchdowns. When I glance at the cards, what I see here is an 8-4 Chicago team that literally was chasing Baltimore into the championship. Very good football team. And over here was a 6-6 49ers team that, quite frankly, not quite as good, as the Bears gave up only 230 points a game, but scored just under 300. The 49ers gave up 324. Their shutout of Baltimore still was amazing. And if I played those two games 10 times, those two teams 10 times, I doubt I see a shutout again. That is how fun these games can be. I had an event that is truly, wow, my table was arced there. I had an event that I probably couldn't replicate in 10 more games, which is so cool. In my debut game for the channel. All right, so without further ado, we're going to do it. What I am going to do is, I did a kickoff. I'm going to do this in traditional order, like I do my games. It's going to be the Bears won the kickoff, so they're going to get the ball first. In the second half, San Fran's going to get the ball first all the way through. I'm not going to adjust it for comeback. It's going to be what it would be in football as people alternate possessions. So that's what I'm going to do. So here we go, folks, and I'm using the new dice. I just got these in the unboxing video. These are brilliant. And I have one final thing I would say. When I got this, and I see these dice and these cards in the little thing, I immediately think this game should be sold in this form on Sideline Sports. This package, this particular game, should be right there beside Glory Days Boxing and Anthony's games on Sideline Sports. I could see this being the quick play professional football game for Sideline Sports. If there's a publisher out there that this fits beautifully with their library of games, it's Sideline Sports with Anthony's games. Glory Days Football, Glory Days College Football, and of course Glory Days Boxing. This is the perfect complement for that library of games, especially in this format with dice, cards, box, rules. The minute I opened it, I immediately thought, oh dude, this is like Anthony's Glory Days. It's beautiful. And I'm going to say this, I keep getting reminders of other games like this, which are brilliant, and I own them and I've played them. What people don't maybe understand about me is I love everything being right here on these cards. So Glory Days Boxing, there's no charts. Everything's right in front of me on the cards. Glory Days Football, everything's right there in front of me on the cards. I'm not looking at other charts. And so games that require me to flip through charts, they're, as much as I love Apple football, if you'll notice, I limited the game down to one chart. So I'm not looking at multiple charts. This, to me, is the other reason it deserves to be in the Sideline Sports and pantheon of games, because all that data is right here in front of us, and all we need is a handful of dice, a score sheet, and we're having amazing games. Okay, as you can see, I'm using the player finders from Family Football for both teams, so I'll be able to decide who scores, etc., etc. I will not be doing kick and punt returns in this game. Matter of fact, neither one of these teams have them anyway. Well, Gallimore does, actually. Willie Gallimore does. But I will not be doing them because I'm waiting for John. John is going to send me the updated optional rules for punt and kick returns per game, and he's going to have every team with a rated ability. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to play the game the way it's written until John can give me the data. So, all right, here we go, folks. Chicago gets the kickoff. Gallimore rumbles out to about the 32 because Gallimore could, and he did. And here we go. We're going to see what the Bears do right out of the gate. It's going to be offense, baby. I love that. Now I don't have to even, right? Offense. Safety will happen if I happen to roll it. And 4 is punt. So they're going to be forced to punt. The Bears, this was their problem last week. They couldn't muster any offense. So they punt the ball away. And here we go. San Fran receiving the punt. Decent return. And here we go. It's going to be their offense, baby. They want to stay away from this Bears defense, so I don't blame them. So they're in control. They did this to the Colts, man. They avoided the Colts offense, and they managed to score points, just enough. 7. Red zone. 49ers in the red zone. 7. Touchdown pass. Who does it? It is Y.A. Tittle. So we're going to get a Tittle TD. Y.A. was one of the best ever. And Brody followed him, man. These two, it was like Tittle, Brody, both of them outstanding quarterbacks for San Francisco for 2 generations, or two eras, right? Tittle TD pass to 53 to McElhaney out of the backfield, baby. That's E, McElhaney with an E. Believe it or not, I don't know how 2 guys named McElhaney existed in the same era, but they had one subtle difference in their spelling. And the PAT here, folks, is automatic. Right? Oh, no, it's not. Whoa. Excuse me. What am I doing? Excuse me. The PAT is not automatic. 9. It's good. Barely, but he made it. Okay. Man, I got to pay attention. All right. So the Chicago Bears now on the road, and San Fran looking like world beaters as they have shut out the Colts in 4 quarters, and currently they're shutting out the Bears in a quarter. Here we go. It's going to be the defense. This is what San Fran did to the Colts. It will be a safety if I roll that magic number, and they do have one. 6 on their defense is red zone, so the Bears drive into San Francisco territory. Brown and company are lining it up, and here we go. What are they going to do? They're going to pitch that ball out, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal. So you can't get around the end. They trot out George Blanda, and he's going to kick a field goal. Blanda. People don't realize it. Blanda played 25 years of pro football. He was 49 years old when he retired from pro football as a kicker and a quarterback. So Blanda is a legend in NFL lore. George Blanda played for the Oilers, the Bears, the Raiders. All right, San Francisco gets that kickoff. Oh, and the Monsters, well, it's not quite the Monsters of the Midway yet. That's coming in the 60s. But the Chicago defense was brilliant, and they're going to be in control of this possession. Intercepted, and there it is, folks. Who picked it? Who threw it? Oh, Brody comes in the ball game. So Brody's in while Tittle's nursing an injury or something. Brody's in the ball game for a brief play, and he throws an INT. And Chicago can return this baby on a roll of 3. I've not yet had a defensive score in the game. Oh, close but no cigar. Chicago now. Do they get their final drive? Oh, yeah, they get all theirs. So I'm going to go ahead and put SCB in here, because they're going to get all their drives, which is going to help them with that comeback in the 4th quarter. Let's see if let's see what they do, as they are going to get their final drive here, Chicago. Boy, it's awesome. These dice are so sweet. Defense, San Fran doing what they need to do. 9. Picked off. San Fran takes it right back. Who throws that? It's going to be Bratkowski in the game. Bratkowski is intercepted. And the return, San Fran was amazing. They returned 5 or 6 that year. They need a 6 to take this back to the house. Oh, touchdown, San Fran. We get our first pick 6. Snatched. And there's only one man that did it. Hazelton, of course, rated on the family football. I can't believe he's the only one that scored all their touchdowns, but Hazelton's going to get this interception, take it back to the house. Touchdown. And this is going to put here, I put Hazelton interception TD. Extra point. Oh my God, San Fran's going to be a powerhouse here. And 9, they make it right on the button again. Wow. And San Fran, 2-10, they get their final drive. 10, they get it. So San Fran will get yet another. This is a chance for San Fran to really jump out on Chicago. Man, that's awesome. And remember, defensive scores and punt and kicks, according to John, I talked to him on the phone yesterday morning, punt and kick return chances that happen for touchdowns will not count against your possessions. Neither do defensive scores. So this is just recorded under D on your Excel chart as a defensive score, right? So, all right, it's going to be on the offense. San Fran driving. They're trying to add to their lead late in the first quarter. 9 is punt. They're going to be forced to punt, but they're going to come out of this up 14 to 10, 14 to 3. As the Bears mustered a Blanda field goal in the red zone, but couldn't stop Y.A. Tittle and Hazelton's interception TD return. Pick 6 against Bratkowski. Brody in briefly. So right now, I would mark this up that the Bratkowski's the starter for this game. So if Brown comes up later, then it looks like they sub Brown in, right? That happened a lot, and it's not out of the realm of possibility. All right, Chicago starting the second quarter. It's going to be defense. Man, San Fran's getting away with their defense showed up for Baltimore too. This is brilliant. 9 is intercepted. Oh no, and we know who threw that pick is who's in the game. Oh, it is still Bratkowski. So his second pick. I can see why they're going to eventually bench him here. Intercepted. Oh no, folks. If I rolled another 6, we're going to see another pick 6 for San Fran. No, it's not a pick 6, but San Fran takes over, baby. And this team is looking to go 2-0. It's going to be offense 2, punt. So they're going to have to settle for a punt against this vaunted Chicago defense. Chicago out, and Chicago's offense is finally on the move here. 6 is picked off. Who is it? 60. Bartkowski's third pick. And so they started him. Clearly, they started him. And he's thrown 3 picks, and San Fran with another pick 6 would be so sweet. No, they don't do it, but San Fran working on a short field. The fans in San Fran are going, oh, look, it's defense this time, but I rolled snake eyes twice in a row for San Fran. This time it's on the defensive card. Downs. Wow. So San Fran drive down to Chicago's. They're in no man's land, like the 35, and they say, no, forget it. We aren't going to kick with Soltow, although Soltow was a brilliant kicker. We're going to go for it on 4th and inches, and guess what? Big bad middle linebacker George ends that chance. And Chicago automatically gets there. Well, not automatically. We got to roll to see if time expires on them. They get it, but the time might expire on them. And 4, it does. Actually, Chicago will not get their drive. So this will actually be San Fran, and I'll just mark out the last one, right? So it's in order. And San Fran defense. Chicago's defense going to step up here. 10 is punt. They're going to force a punt. And we're going to get out of that quarter with no score for either team, folks. The 49ers up 14-3 on the back of a Hazelton interception return for a touchdown. Bratkowski throws 3 picks for this struggling Bears offense. They only mastered 14 points last week. And this week, Bratkowski, I could imagine they're going to bench him for Brown here in the second, but I'm rolling, so we'll find out. We'll find out naturally what the narrative says. So San Fran at home, trying to extend their lead over in the West division here. San Fran gets the ball to start the third. I'm going to do it in the reverse order now as we've changed kickoffs. And San Fran's going to see defense. Uh-oh, chance at a safety. Chicago doesn't have one. 3. Red zone, though. Chicago lets them drive down to open up the third quarter. And 5 is a touchdown run for who? 25. McElhaney scores again. This time a run. McElhaney, TD run. Extra point, man. San Fran, I'm beginning to have faith they might have a shot at winning a title this year. PAT's good. McElhaney's caught a touchdown from Y.A. Tittle early in the first. He now starts the third quarter with a brilliant drive, navigating down the field against the Chicago Bears defense. And they snatch another. It's 21-3, and the Bears now desperate. Here we go. The Bears are looking at, there is a safety chance here. If I rolled boxcars, I did not. Defense safety. If I rolled that yellow block, it's a safety. I rolled a 5, though. Fumble! Who fumbles the ball? 7, fumble by, 62. Oh, Caceres, the stud back, fumbles the ball. Caceres with a fumble lost, and San Fran does not have a fumble TD return, thank God. And here we go, San Fran trying to add to their lead. It's going to be offense. Safety could occur on their offense if we have it. We do not. 9 is punt. So Chicago's defense working hard just to keep this game from getting completely out of hand. Chicago takes their drive here. Where am I at here? Defense. San Fran's defense, 5, is fumble. They force another fumble. And that's 26. That's going to be Gallimore. So Gallimore fumbles this one away. They're exciting back. This man returned punts and kicks for touchdowns. He's very exciting, explosive player. Gallimore was this Gale Sayers before Gale Sayers. Gallimore fumbles the ball away. Can you believe it? They have got 5 turnovers. The poor Bears are nothing but a turnover machine this game. 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles lost. San Fran, do they get their extra drive? They do. And they don't have to worry about running out of time in the third quarter. So San Fran's going to get this drive. It's going to be the Chicago defense. 7 is intercepted. So Chicago's going to get a pick. And they're going to pick Y.A. Tittle. Tittle intercepted. And Chicago does return. Let's see if they can match and get a 3, baby. Come on. Oh, close. I see that 1. I get excited. No. It's picked off though by I don't have an interception. Barnes is the only guy who can return one for a touchdown for them. All right, but that's going to end. Oh no, Chicago. They automatically get their final possession of the third. They need to take advantage of this. Nope. Defense 2 is going to be down, so they drive down and they're desperate for touchdowns. This makes complete sense. They're down 21-3. You know they're going to go for it, right? In the red zone, they drive down. They settle for a turnover on downs, trying desperately before the fourth quarter gets started to keep the drive alive. Unfortunately, they're not going to do it. And we do get 7 from the 49ers, and we get 2 more turnovers from the Bears. Folks, it's 21-3 starting the fourth. San Fran with the ball. San Fran, offense, safety, ain't going to happen. 8 is punt. But, again, the Chicago Bears actually doing pretty good. They've only given up 14. So after 5 turnovers, they've only given up 14 points to the offense. 1, a defensive score. All right, the Bears trying to get going here. 4 is punt. Dang, they can't do it. San Fran, we're moving through. We're now midway through the fourth quarter. San Fran easily in control. 7 on offense is red zone. Can San Fran put the game out of reach? 10 is missed field goal. They drive down and Soltow does the unthinkable. Missed field goal. That is a rarity. Well, not rarity, but Soltow is one of the better kickers of the era, and he misses there. All right, the Chicago Bears trying to take advantage of this offense. 5 is fumble. They fumble the ball away again. And 64 is Caceres. Wow, this defense, fumble loss. I'm telling you right now, San Francisco's defense has given up 3 points in almost 2 complete games. All right, does San Fran get their final drive? They do. Wow, Snake Eyes, they definitely do. Do they end the game? Nope, no end of game, so they're going to get to a chance to run this up. Defense, safety, 4 is red zone. Uh-oh, San Fran's going to put it away. It's going to be a convincing victory. 9, touchdown pass for guess who? Yep, 24, Tittle. So Tittle, San Fran, Tittle with another TD pass. And this one too. 44, that's going to be Wilson, stud. And the extra point is good, PAT. And folks, that's it. Chicago's going to get automatically their final drive. But folks, it's just for pride. And it's going to be the San Francisco defense, which has dominated 2 games in this early 58 campaign. 5 is another fumble. And 25, Gallimore, both backs have put the ball on the ground twice. Both of them lost. And that is another ugly game for the big bad 8-4 Chicago Bears. We get a touchdown pass for the 49ers. Nothing for the Bears, folks. That is 28-3. And the 49ers are now 2-0. The Bears fall to 0-2. That is just a painful drubbing for the Bears. The Bears just can't muster any of this offense. And you can see their offense was definitely not great. They only got, they have a 7 red zone and a 9 red zone. Those are okay. But look where their turnovers are at on their offense. So they're just, this team is There's going to be days where they're really good. There's going to be days where they are really bad. And this was a day where they're really bad. We look at San Fran. Now, here's the reason I say that. If I hit that 7, which is the most popular number, they've got 6, 7, 8 are touchdowns. 9. So when Chicago is on, they are going to be on. But when that defense is winning, right? And again, their defense isn't great. They got red zone. Unfortunately, I've hit interceptions and fumbles. It's just the dice, baby. You got to love it. This is why you play the games. Like real life, right? You got to play the games. You got to play the games. And San Fran, baby, playing the games, has given up 3 points in 2 weeks. And they had a pick 6. They've had our first defensive score. Man, I'm building memories already, baby. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much. This has been Drive Time Football by Powder Blue Sports. Thank you for watching. Good day.